What's the difference? Watch right here if I just lay on it with a little pressure. All right, now watch what I'm doing. I'm actually cutting forward away from the spine a little bit as I bring my weight to bear. See the difference? Okay, this is very specific. This is not a non-specific technique. This is very specific and very, very powerful. Okay, a lot of times people look at this and say, oh, it's kind of fluffy. Maybe it's because we do some hacking here or something like that. This is not fluffy. If you have chronic low back, if you have sacral piriformis impingement, if you have problems with the upper attachments on the hamstrings and or bladder, okay, when you get in here, the head of the gluteus maximus lays over here, so there's a hole there. What's in the bottom of that hole is the piriformis, which if that's in spasm, it can refer pain into the back and or down all the way into the knee. So sometimes even knee pain's not, because it's an actual fact that the piriformis, when it's impinged in spasm, can actually throw pain all the way into the knee. Okay? So that's the whole problem of, oh, I got low back pain, oh, I have knee pain. And all everybody does is look at the knee. The problem's not there, the problem's up here. You know? And also, doesn't matter which side of the back is in pain. Oh, it's low back pain on the left side, low back pain on the right side. Doesn't mean anything. Impingement in the sacrum, low back here. The first level of referral is on that same side, up or down. Think of a pie plate, and it can be anywhere inside that pie plate. The second level of spasm throws it across the spine to the opposite side completely. And so a problem with spasm on the low left side will refer pain actively to the low right side. So no amount of correction on the right side will have any effect on it, because that's not the problem. The problem's on the left. And then the third level of spasm always goes up and moves up to the base of the head. Why? Because the whole point is to shut you down. The whole point is to shut you down if you don't get a hold of it. Here's the piriformis. And see how I don't just go here. See how I place my elbow and get my body on top of it? See how different that is? And also notice this hand's not passive. Okay? Now let's say I've gone through all that, including this beautiful press out. Okay? And don't come up as you press out. As you press out, go down with your body. All right, fold this up. Aiming the heel at the glute. And so, if you could make a correct angle cleanly, being square and in like this, that would be fine. Okay? But I actually find most people don't. In fact, what most students do when they go here is they actually go over like this a little bit. Okay? I don't want to do that. Actually, I want to turn away from him, tuck that foot up high, and then just lay back. Now, we're in a stressed position, and, you know, I try not to work too hard when I'm, doing really hard stretches with my clients. Because I want to try and focus my breath and my energy in such a way that they're getting the maximum impact from the hard work that I'm doing, because I really want them to get the maximum. And I don't want to strain. And then from there, bump and run. And do that little drop. Don't be afraid. That's not a bad thing. We actually do these little bumps and drops In Oriental medicine, those little bumps and drops and shakes, like drop the hand, drop the foot, drop the knee like that, that's actually a dispersal technique that is a counter for the compression you just did. So actually it's functional, that little bump, that little drop. Doesn't hurt things, doesn't break things. Okay, you get it? Is it a little more clear? All right, thank you. Thanks there. We'll see what happens when he goes to walk. Oh, go ahead.
As much as you can, try to get the toes down. So I do a stretch. For flow, it's going to look like this. Turn your head the other way. So just to that side. Here. It's in the same area. The gallbladder point is an extremely specific point the size of a needle. And this is the general area. It's called cranial base point. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Or however much. So if they have a lot of stuff going, you can hang out there, right? Flow is like this. Notice it's on the fingertips. 1, 2, 3. Here. And here.
Do you want to lower that again?
Yeah, I'll do it on someone else. Anyone? Want some backward? Whee! Okay. So I just came out of, this was there, that was up there, right? So I just hold this. I'm not putting it down. Make sure you're watching me when I do it. Hand in a place where I'm going to be able to go towards. So I'm still framing my area with my hand and my knee. I want to get as close to him as I can. Unless you feel awkward here. Go here, guys, right? Lift up. Again, I'm going to try to get his toes down as much as I can to give a stretch. Little back points, 1, 2, 1. Up all the way. Press. Down all the way. Again, you want to exaggerate these postures when you're flowing so that you really remember in your head. Here, here, 2-hand tacking. See, I can't go all the way up for him like I did for Veena. That's fine. Because again, I need to keep the integrity of my own body in therapy. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Just here. And I want to be leaning, facing that way when I lean back, so I'm not turning him. Okay? So I need to be ready to come out. So I'm not going to, I don't want to come out like this. Here we go. Or like this. Because that's, first of all, is probably going to hold, I'm probably going to hold my breath more, and it's teaching them that
Clarification and refinement. This is one of my most favorite positions, okay? But bump and run, and so we're in. The whole point of this is to create a support tabletop, and we have this bridge in the hip and pelvis. Now, it's not just push here. If you'll notice that she's rolled up a little bit here, that I cut down and in when I push. And that squarely puts me on the low back on that side. Okay? I'm not trying to crunch the low back into the spine. Okay? That what I want to do is come in a little bit on this angle. So that lays it in. And I can roll and do it and so forth. The part I was kind of concerned with is the last technique in this is just turn. And so you can capture the leg like this. But if I were to lean back here, all that would do is take her into rotation. So actually what I want to do is turn my back on my client, even though you might think that you wouldn't want to do that. But in order to do this correctly, you do. And then I lean straight back and pull up. And there's the leverage right there. to do that. And then from there, it's just bump straight out.